proudly sponsored by Premier
Hi,
Guns.
Alex here, coming to you live from the studio. You're not watching me live, but technically I am live now. Stay tuned for a closer look at this absolute beautiful beast. I'm really excited about this gun and I think it's going to take the world by storm. Speaking of which, I'd like to introduce Alex Hogg, the Scottish gamekeeper, who received an MBE just 2 days ago. I spoke to him yesterday and here's what he had to say about it.
They made you feel really special yesterday. Everybody was so kind and it was so special to get it on behalf of gamekeepers because I don't think that happens that very often. There was a chap down in England done a lot with the venison industry and he got one. So that was nice. So yeah, a few years ago. So no, there's not. I think we're quite scarce.
I asked him a little bit more about the ceremony.
Okay, it was Princess Royal. She gave. We'd actually met her there at Scone. She'd come to the tent and she had lunch at the keeper's tent, which was nice. She was there for about an hour.
And exactly what it was he thought that led to him being welcomed in as a member of the British Empire.
I just think trying to educate the public, work with the public, all the shows we go to, all the networking, constant working, trying to get the message over of what our job entails and things. And I think what should never be forgotten is the wives and kids and families. They're hugely strong to the Scottish gamekeepers. Without the wives and all the kids, aunts, uncles, that we could never really have gotten off the ground. We borrowed a scout tent and 6 bales of straw, and that was our first tent at Scone Game Fair. That was, I think it was 25 years ago. We kicked off this is our 25th, just after the NGO. And we would have went probably with the NGO, but our parliament was launching at the same time, so we felt there was so much up here we had to get involved with it. So that's why we decided to create the Scottish side of things.
Thanks for your time, Alex. I look forward to catching up with you very, very soon at the British Shooting Show, which I am highly excited about. It's going to be great to get out and see everybody again. And that just reminds me that you've got until the 31st of January to enter into the British Shooting Show Awards to cast your vote. Some of these, such as this airgun category, I can't be making any more recommendations on because I can barely pronounce the names. Couple of things I will be voting on though. The shooting apparel of the year. Well, there's only one shooting brand I'm interested in, and that's Deer Hunter, closely followed by Blaser. Shotgun of the year. Very, very interesting to see the Browning Game Laminate come up. Bit of a curious gun that. I was never keen on the Sporter. I don't like the grey, but yeah, I kind of like the Wild West John Wayne battered look of the Browning Game Laminate, so I'd be tempted to vote for that one really as Shotgun of the Year. And speaking of voting, you've got until the 31st of January, it's all happening on the 31st of January, to cast your vote for the CPSA. Now the finalists are in. I'm not voting in all the categories and you don't have to, but I can tell you that I'm voting for Brodie Wallard being Shooter of the Year. He won the British Open, formerly of the Schools Challenge, and Isabel Cartledge as the Young Shooter of the Year, Janet as the Volunteer of the Year. So do get your votes in on the CPSA. Before all that, just coming up in the last weekend of January, we are having the Premier Guns January sale. A stalking horse to deer hunter is certainly Blaser, if you ever heard such a sentence in your life. Well, that's about it from me. Thanks again for joining us, Alex. It was great to talk to you. If guns are your thing and you haven't had chance yet, please do head on over to the Premier Guns YouTube page. I cannot recommend it highly enough. That's not just because I'm running it, that's because I think some of the guns they've got are absolutely amazing.
And also, you know, you look at the fore-end iron as well, so there's quite a lot of attention to detail when you consider that it's such a low price gun. Also on the lumps of where the barrels sit in the breech, that's also engraved, and the trigger guard, and the back strap, and the safety catch.
Meanwhile, like, subscribe, comment, whatever you want to do. Don't forget to check out the Premier Guns YouTube channel, and also check out their Facebook because they have some deals on all the time. I'll be putting some of those up as we head on to the clothing sale. I'm really looking forward to it, folks. I'll see you there. Thanks for watching. Bye bye.